We're going to try to answer some things that always come up that we typically don't get to in the actual service. Question number 1, did Noah take fish and sea creatures on the ark? God says he put all of the air-breathing animals on this ark. Question number 2, was there an ice age? And as soon as the earth and the heaven were opened and the stable environment and the original creation, it was over. The water cycle starts to kick in and it would have been a massive amount of disturbance all at once. How do you have an ice age and a tropic environment at the same place at the same time, and the evidence is all in the same animal? Well, you've got this massive stuff happening and all this that mama's going to pick them up, try to help them to safety. Question number 3, what is the difference between a mutation and an adaptation? If there is a genetic mutation, it is a harmful thing. Question number 4, do evolutionists use the okapi, the platypus, the tadpole as missing links? These guys are just absolutely amazing. They're incredible creatures. And then how about the tadpole turning into the frog, you know? Question number 5, why do we still have monkeys if we evolved from monkeys? This is a very, very, very common question. How can you have such vastly different depictions of the exact same thing? Just a little bit of time difference between the two. See, the worldview matters, number 1, but also you got to realize just because it's depicted a certain way today in a textbook or whatever does not mean that's the depiction that thing is. Question 6, so what about cavemen? Just because people dwell in a cave does not mean they're half man, half monkey. Question number 7, what is the difference between macro and micro evolution? Again, first off, before I answer any of this one, I do want to say, I don't use either of those terms. I don't believe in macro or micro evolution. I don't believe we should be using that. Number 1, evolution, we talk about that in big time in the lesson Words Mean Things, but evolution by definition is new species coming up from pre-existing species. That's what it is. There is no example of that. Question number 8, what about the dating methods, specifically carbon dating? All kinds of examples of this stuff where they say the stuff dates. They don't just claim it, they date it at tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of years when it really formed since 1000, the age of 1000 or whatever. What about Pangea? And now they're saying, well, maybe that's not true. Maybe that's not the way things have been going. The Bible says the mountains arose and the valleys sunk down. Question number 10, I don't feel qualified to homeschool. What can you say to help? Even if something prevents you from homeschooling, we still encourage you, get involved in your child's life. Meet the teachers, learn what's going on, find out what's going on, what's in the books they're using and such. Folks, all too often, families don't even eat dinner together anymore across this country, much less get together and read the Bible. Daddy sit down, read the Bible to the family and all that. We just don't get involved in our kids' lives the way that we should. And we expect other people to teach certain aspects of life to that child of ours, you know. And yes, if you want to do that, so be it. But still, I implore you, get involved in that child's life.